There was a conversation in the garden, and Adam was not a part of it. It doesn't make sense for a slick liar to have that conversation in the presence of authority. The serpent spoke to the woman, not the man. The deception came through words, subtle, twisted, close enough to the truth to sound right, but far enough off to lead away from God. And when she received it, she carried it, and she became the number one mouthpiece of the enemy. She knew when her eyes were open to evil that Adam should not eat, but she would feed him anyway. She came to Adam, and now the question wasn't just about fruit. It was about agreement. Which voice would he follow? God's exact words? Genesis 3:17, because you listened to your wife. That's where everything shifted. Authority didn't fail because Adam wasn't present. It failed because he agreed with a voice that had already been influenced. And that same pattern is still at work today. I've seen it. I've lived it. In my own life, I am 48 years old, and 95% of the women I've been around have a mouth problem. The honor for order is missing. I've experienced conversations that turned into constant debates, decisions challenged, direction questioned, and words that slowly chipped away at clarity, confidence, and purpose. I've been around both believers and non-believers, and too often I've witnessed gossip, slander, and words that bring confusion instead of peace. Not always loud, but sometimes loud and aggressive. Not always obvious, but consistent enough to see the pattern. And I know that's not the original design, because what God created was not chaos. It was nourishment, strength, and help. Something good, something life-giving, something aligned. But the enemy distorts what God made good. He takes what was meant to help purpose and tries to turn it into something that competes. He takes what was meant to build and tries to use it to tear down. And if a man is not grounded, if he's not locked in on God's word, he can be pulled off course by what he hears, even from someone close to him. But this isn't about attacking women. This is about exposing a strategy, because the same mouth that can be used for confusion was created to speak life. The same voice that can carry mixture was designed to carry truth. Women are precious gifts, and I believe they represent milk and honey, nourishment and sweetness. God's order is not competition, it's alignment. A man submitted to God, a woman walking in wisdom, both honoring the word above their own opinions, because the moment voices compete instead of align, chaos enters. So this is the real question. Whose voice are you listening to? Because in the garden, everything changed with a conversation.